Welcome back to another Twilight Masquerade TCG guide. This time we're going to be looking at Litwick, Lampent and Chandelure. Let's go. Starting with Litwick, 60 HP is not good for a basic. It can get bench sniped by Dragapult EX. Its single retreat cost is good. It can be pivoted using rescue boards and fire energies. Its live coal attack is not particularly good. It does too little damage for too much energy. Call for Family is a nice addition. Attach a single fire energy and you can search your deck for a basic Pokemon and put it onto your bench. So it's good for setting up your bench when you're going second turn 1. Let's now take a look at the new Lampent, 80 HP, not particularly good. It can be bench sniped by Radiant Greninja, so you're going to want some bench protection. Its retreat cost of 1 is still good, same as its basic. Its 2 attacks are fairly useless. Live Coal does too little damage for a single energy, and Burn It All Up does too little damage for 2 energy, and it also discards an energy from this Pokemon. So it's a double whammy. We'd recommend using this Lampent instead because it costs a single energy. It's only doing 20 damage, but the main benefit of this attack is its attack effect, which allows you to flip a coin. If heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon, so you're disrupting them while you're setting up. And then finally we have Chandelure. It has 130 HP, which is good. It means you can avoid being knocked out by Greninja EX. Its retreat cost of 2 is okay for a stage 2. You aren't going to be looking to pivot this Pokemon out of the active anyway, as it's going to be your main damage dealer. Its Mind Ruler attack only costs a single energy, which is really good, and it can do 30 times the amount of cards in your opponent's hand. So if they have 10 cards in the hand, this is doing 300 damage. So actually, this can potentially get some really big knockouts. Its ability Alluring Light essentially helps its attack. So once during your turn, you may have each player draw a card. And there are some trainer cards that are going to help you make sure that your opponent's hand is always at a large size. Let's take a look at those now. The first card is Wallace, so you can draw 3 cards. Your opponent then has an option to draw a card if they like. If they do, you can draw 1 more. If your opponent's clever though, they won't draw a card because they know that you're going to be getting additional damage. So be mindful of that. Zisu is just nice because you can use Chandelure's ability to make sure that your opponent has an extra card in the hand. You can then play this. And Lucian is a good new supporter in the Twilight Masquerade set. If your opponent has a low card count in their hand, then this card is going to force them to either have 3 or 6 cards in their hand. So Lampent's going to be dealing between 90 and 180 damage at the minimum, and then you use Lampent's ability to put it up to either 4 or 7, which means you're going to be doing up to 210 damage, which is good enough to be able to get knockouts on some of the lower HP EX and V Pokemon. And that's it for our Chandelure cards. We're going to be ranking Chandelure as a C tier card. It's got some use. I wouldn't necessarily put it up to the B tier rank, and B tier for us is fun to play. I think it's going to be quite tricky to pull off, but it does have some use, so I wouldn't say that it's a D tier, and D tier for us is that it has no use. Let us know down in the comments if you agree. If there are any other cards that you can think of that can make Chandelure good, it will really help us out. It will help other followers of the channel. And if you are new to the channel and you enjoyed this content, follow the channel. We really appreciate the support. And with that said, that's me shuffling out again.